The Maya civilization, known for its impressive cities, art, architecture, and mathematics, thrived in Mesoamerica from around 2000 BC until the present day. But between the years 250 and 900 AD, this sophisticated society mysteriously disappeared from most of its territory. So why did the Maya suddenly abandon their magnificent cities and leave their homes? In this video, we'll be taking a look at a few reasons that may have contributed to the fall of the Maya. So grab your spear, shield, and sandals because we're going back in time. To understand why the Maya civilization declined, we need to look at several contributing factors. While there is no single reason that can be blamed, each of these factors played a part in the fall of the Maya. First, severe droughts. According to a study by the University of North Carolina, the Maya lowlands experienced 3 severe droughts between the years 800 BC and 1600 AD, with the worst one lasting from 768 to 780 AD. These droughts probably devastated agriculture and caused massive water shortages. Evidence of this can be seen in El Salvador, where rock art depicts people in the classic Maya style alongside animals which have been extinct in the region for thousands of years. This suggests that during these dry spells, people were forced to migrate in search of food and water, which may explain why so many Maya cities were abandoned around this time. Deforestation and environmental stress. Another factor that may have contributed to the collapse of the Maya was large-scale deforestation. During the peak of the Maya civilization, around 10,000 years ago, the Maya were renowned for constructing great cities adorned with impressive architecture. As more and more people moved into these urban centers, the demand for wood increased. This led to extensive logging not only for construction, but also for fuel and farming. It's estimated that 40% of lowland Maya forests were cleared by the year 800 AD. All of this deforestation would have had an impact on local weather patterns. Trees play a vital role in the water cycle, helping to form clouds and produce rainfall. Without them, the land would be more susceptible to drought. And as we saw earlier, drought was already putting a strain on the Maya's way of life. Warfare and political instability. Warfare has always played a part in the rise and fall of civilizations. For the Maya, it was no different. Between the years 250 and 900 AD, the Maya were engaged in constant conflict with neighboring city-states. The classic Maya collapse seems to have begun around 250 AD with the Battle of the Catamount, an event which historians believe may have involved 7 different Maya kingdoms. By 378 AD, Tikal, one of the largest Maya cities, was in ruins after being sacked by a coalition of rival Maya states. Although warfare was common among the Maya, it took on a new intensity during the late Classic period, possibly due to population pressures and competition for resources. This instability would have weakened the social and political structure of the Maya, making it difficult for them to effectively manage their cities or respond to the challenges they faced. Overpopulation and resource depletion. The Maya population grew rapidly during the Classic period, peaking at around 10 million people by the 8th century. This rapid urbanization put a strain on available resources, especially as the Maya practiced a form of agriculture known as milpa. Milpa involved planting crops such as maize, beans, and squash in the same area year after year without giving the land a chance to rest. This intensive farming depleted the soil of nutrients, leading to lower yields and eventually exhaustion of the land. When the soil could no longer support the growing population, the Maya were forced to abandon their fields and search for new sources of food. This, combined with prolonged droughts and political instability, created a perfect storm that led to the collapse of the Maya civilization. Gradual decline. It's important to remember that the collapse of the Maya was not a sudden event, but rather a gradual process that unfolded over approximately 150 years. By the year 900 AD, most Maya cities had been abandoned, and the great dynasties of the Classic period had faded into obscurity. However, the Maya did not disappear entirely. Their descendants continued to thrive in the Yucatan Peninsula, albeit in a much different form. In conclusion, the fall of the Maya civilization was a complex process driven by a combination of factors, including severe droughts, deforestation, warfare, overpopulation, and a changing climate. Each of these factors played a role in the decline of Maya society, but together they created a perfect storm that led to the abandonment of their great cities. The Maya are remembered for their impressive achievements, and their legacy continues to inspire awe and wonder in modern-day audiences. Now, it's time to hear from you. Did you learn something new? What surprised you about the Maya civilization? And what other ancient cultures would you like us to cover in a future video? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe for more educational content. Thanks for watching.
The Mayan civilization was one of the most advanced and sophisticated societies in the ancient world. They developed a complex social structure, a sophisticated agricultural system, and made incredible advancements in astronomy and mathematics. But despite their many accomplishments, the Mayan civilization suddenly disappeared around the year 900 AD. So what happened to them? Well, there are several theories, but the most likely cause is a combination of factors that led to the collapse of their society. First, there was a severe drought. The Mayans lived in a tropical climate, and their society depended on the regular rainfall for growing crops. But for reasons that are not entirely clear, it rained less and less over the years. This led to water shortages and the decline of agriculture, which in turn led to famine and disease. To make matters worse, the Mayans had deforested large areas of land for agriculture, and this worsened the environmental problems. Hotter temperatures and changes in wind patterns made it harder for them to grow food and survive. And to add to their woes, there was a lot of political instability. The Mayan civilization was made up of independent city-states that were constantly fighting each other. Warfare between these city-states weakened their society and made it harder for them to deal with the drought and the famine. Another contributing factor was the economy. By the year 800 AD, the population of the Mayan cities had become too large for the amount of resources that were available. This led to a breakdown in the economy, and the society began to collapse. So where did the Mayans go? Well, some historians believe that when the cities were abandoned, the Mayans simply picked up and moved. They integrated into other cultures and their society was lost. It's important to note that this is just one theory and there is no definitive answer as to what happened to the Mayans. Some experts disagree and believe that the Mayan civilization didn't suddenly disappear, but rather they experienced a gradual decline over a period of centuries. They also argue that the population never really recovered from the drought and the famine, and that's why we don't see evidence of their society after 900 AD. Would you like more details on any of these points? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.